The market is as hot now as it was in the 2006 housing boom days. With housing being so similar today to back in 2006, right before the crash, many homeowners are worried about the crash right here in Salt Lake County, kind of like it did in 2008. So the good news is that right now, the foreclosures and short sales according to NAR represented less than 1% of sales in August. Hi everyone, I'm Sharice Walker, owner of Shocker Properties and Equity Real Estate Advantage, and I totally understand your concerns. I was in the real estate industry when the market crashed, and I saw around an average of 75% decrease in home prices. I heard about so many of the homeowners who lost their home to short sale. Even worse, foreclosure. It was horrible. Many of those had chosen not to buy again as a result. So the question that many people are wondering is that going to happen again? Honestly, as experienced as I am in real estate, I just don't know. But what we can do is look into the facts and see as much as we can. Number one thing we can all be certain of is that there isn't as much to be certain about. I mean, really, I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but I'm also think it's very important to be as much of a realist as possible. We cannot truly foresee what the housing market will do. And one thing we are seeing and are certain of is that there's a lot of people losing their jobs, and we are still seeing restaurants and small businesses close down. And much of that is on a local level, so it is scary. We also don't know how long this pandemic is going to last and what economic foresight will be on the economy as a whole or on the housing market. But here are a few things that we do know of as right now. And just like there's a new social media site that takes over in just a few days, or just as quickly as technology changes, well, my viewpoint might change before this video ends. Okay, probably not that soon. But as of now, we are seeing locally in South Jordan 84095, 84009, West Jordan 84088, 84084, and Sandy 84092, 94, and 70, and the surrounding cities is that homes are selling very quickly. The lower the price of the home, the more the offers and competition we are seeing. Recently, we had 17 offers on a property we listed, and offers were $35,000 over list price. That means that 16 buyers did not get the home. So for buyers, getting an offer accepted between $300,000 and $600,000 is very competitive because inventory is so low, which makes it definitely a seller's market. In my humble opinion, there are several reasons for this. First, a lot of sellers were holding off earlier in the year due to the uncertainty of what's happening in our world. Second, interest rates are so low that they're record-breaking, and more buyers are able to enter the market. And three, given that we're in an election year, which is just right around the corner, historically housing tends to stay good during these times. With the market looking so good, many people are asking if I feel it will continue to significantly go up. I must advise that I do not foresee the market going up significantly over the next year. I feel that once the election is over and the president settles in, then we may be able to see the negative effects of what's happening globally will take a toll on the housing market. Also, given our location and how far the majority of people need to commute, we typically are hit first harder than housing that starts to slow down. But again, that is just my humble opinion. I just can't see, with all of the jobs that are being lost and businesses both locally and nationally closing down, how that cannot have a negative impact on the housing market. But fortunately in Utah, we're not as bad off as other states. So throughout the 20 years in the industry, when sellers in the past have come to me around this time and asked me if they think it's a good idea to sell now, with the holidays around the corner, I've always recommended that if they can wait to list, it's probably better than doing it now. For example, January 11th, that's usually the one that I recommended, and in previous years. But now, I don't recommend waiting. And the reason why is because it's an opportune time to sell. There's so many buyers on the market, and you can get significantly more for your money right now. So, with a dramatically low level of inventory in the market and high buyer demand, the unlikeliness that home prices in this area will go up much more than they already have given where we are located and the uncertainty of what lies ahead. I think it is an opportune time to sell right now. According to Lawrence Young, the National Association of Realtors chief economist, he says, and I quote, "Shortages of homes for sale have proven problematic in the housing industry over the last few years, but have grown even worse in recent months. Housing demand is robust, but supply is not, and this imbalance will inevitably harm affordability and hinder ownership opportunities," said Young. End quote. I agree and believe that now is an opportune time to sell, but that's not just my personal opinion, and I don't have a crystal ball. But I will say that I've been pretty good at forecasting market trends in the past based upon my extensive involvement in the market. Hope that helps everyone. Please reach out to me if you have any further questions or need any additional help. And look out for a link below where I will be hosting a virtual real estate seller seminar where you can ask me questions live about our real estate market right here in Salt Lake County. It's virtual via Zoom and live, so no need to wear a mask. All the details are below. As always, I'm Sharice Walker, Let's make it a great home buying and selling day. We're always here to help you.